Everyone has probably faced a situation where they just couldn't explain a coincidence. For example, you suddenly decide to call your old friend, and at that very moment this friend calls you himself. Or you accidentally bump into another friend of yours, and after a conversation with him you incredibly change your life. Or you ask yourself a question and then find an answer in the form of an inscription on a street stand. And sometimes, when these perfectly created coincidences occur, it's actually impossible to believe in them. A clear example of this phenomenon is the story of actor Anthony Hopkins. He was about to star in a movie called The Girl from Petrovka, based on the book by George Pfeiffer. To get to know his character better, he needed the original version of the book, which he couldn't find in any bookshop or in the library or from friends. The actor almost lost hope of finding the book, but one day he suddenly spotted a copy of the novel left on a bench in the subway. Afterward, when flying to the movie shoot, Anthony accidentally met the author of the novel, George Pfeiffer, in the airport. The author complained to the actor that he'd lent his friend the most valuable copy of his book with his notes. But the friend had lost the book somewhere in the subway station. How could this even be explained? We at Brightside have found the answer. It feels like all the events in the world, all the people, and all the information are connected by invisible threads which sometimes accidentally sparkle. And, according to the famous psychiatrist Carl Gustav Jung, it's really true. This phenomenon is called synchronicity, and it is probably the most mysterious thing in our universe. Jung came to the conclusion that there is a close connection between a person and his environment. More specifically, between space, time, conscious, and unconscious. In the certain moments of the time under the impact of specific objective meanings, which are relevant for the person, the strongest attraction emerges. This attraction causes all the unexpected coincidences that we call fatal accidents, doom, incredible luck, or even a miracle. The closer this connection is between you and the people around you, the more likely it is that you will notice and make even the smallest things important. These things can be advertisements, songs, encounters, images, conversations, or scents. Of course, we can't be 100% sure of this phenomenon. Nevertheless, sometimes this mystic thing helps us act, make decisions, or even radically change our lives. We just need to be more attentive and open to creating the possibility of synchronicity. No wonder Don Juan said, "A good coincidence is just one of the forms of action." Even this article can be the result of synchronicity. Perhaps you were looking for an explanation to all the strange coincidences or waiting for a sign. Well, here it is. Everyone has probably faced a situation where they just couldn't explain a coincidence. For example, you suddenly decide to call your old friend, and at that very moment this friend calls